What chapter is it in? You just said it's in the math book, so it means you found it, right?
Yours is different, Frank, so that's okay. Yours is different, so that's okay.
That's the point I was trying to make, Frank. So, homework. Homework. Let's go over the answers. My mathematicians. So, for number one in the homework, what did we get? Did we get 40,000?
Yes.
First of all, do we all have our homework out?
No. Let me grab it. Yes.
I don't know what were you doing when I said take out the homework.
I'm hearing.
Excuse me, Miss S just said that we're a little loud in their frame, so let's.
Oh, lo siento.
Yes.
Okay, you all have a homework out.
Now. That means it's a fire drill.
Very good. So,
Look where she's looking.
excuse me, class. Number one, did we get 40,000?
Yes.
Did you get 40,000, class? Very good.
It's just 40,000. Yeah. Remember this?
Yes, 40,000.
Oh, I did it. Oh, you're not gonna have to deal with the fire.
You didn't get 40,000? Okay.
Did you get 40,000, Brandon? Did you get 40,000, Will? Not sure why you're doing that, Will.
40, yes, I
What did you
got
get?
40,000. I got 40,699 because I did adding before subtracting.
Well, it's an estimate by rounding each value to the nearest thousand, then compute. So you probably didn't. The answer to B, you said 40,699.
Yeah.
That's for B. The answer to A is 40,000. Answer to B is. So you were. It's when you read again. You got to read the question. You must read the directions. It says estimate. It says about how many passing yards did he throw in the remaining years. Estimate by rounding each value to the nearest thousand, and then compute. The number two says exactly how many passing yards did he throw in the remaining years. So you did exactly what we were supposed to do rounding. Yes. Enjoy.
Not water.
I know, I said go enjoy. Go ahead.
Oh. I thought you meant like, oh, never mind.
Okay. 2A, did we get 700,000?
What? What?
The second question, the letter A, for homework, did we get 700,000?
For C?
Number two, right? We have the number two for the homework, second question.
I got 300,000. Not 300,000. Wait, I got, oh. Okay, no, I did not.
So you got 300,000.
I got 281,000. I got 430.
Hannah, what did you get for digital friends? What did you get for the homework? For number two, did you get 700? 2A, did you get 700,000? You got it? So did anyone, who has 700,000 for question two?
I did.
You got 600,000.
Wait, for number 2, right?
2A, yes.
During the first year?
Yes.
No, I got 300,000. I'm confused. Why didn't you say? I
Okay.
There's an
Okay.
awful lot of calling out. If you're confused,
Yes.
can you please raise your hand instead of calling out?
They only subtracted, not, they didn't count the 4,000.
So did you get 700,000? Okay. So, let's go over this really quick. Do this with me in your, when we gotta do class, we gotta fix it. During the first quarter of the year, 351,875 people downloaded the app for their smartphone. During the second quarter of the year, 101,949 fewer people downloaded the app during the first quarter. How many downloads occurred during the 2 quarters of the year? So we have the first letter A says round each number to the nearest 100,000 to estimate how many downloads occurred during the first 2 quarters of the year. So we have. Can everyone see this? Can you see this, Hannah? Okay.
So make sure you fix this. If you did not have it on your homework, either put a star and fix it or erase what you had and fix it, okay? It's very important that you understand how to do this for your module 1 test.
So we have to round it to the nearest 100,000. So 351,875 to the nearest 100,000 is what, class? Yes. Genius. And then, so that was the first quarter of the year. First quarter. Then it says during the second quarter of the year, 101,949 fewer people downloaded. So we're gonna round this is the second quarter.
Oh no. I know why I got it wrong. Because I did it in favor. I just did 1,000.
Brandon, you should have that away because you're stuck in all past this college. So put that in your backpack. If I see you next time, it's mine.
Round each number to the nearest 100,000. So, can you hold it for a second? Did you get the answer to this?
Yeah.
You got the answer? You got several 100,000? To the second question, letter A.
Nope, you didn't get it.
So,
That's wrong though, because it's fewer people.
yeah, hold on. Yes, see, you're following. You're following. Because I'm just rounding the numbers that we have here. Right? That's the first thing I'm doing. The question says, so we're doing a rounding. So we round it to the nearest 100,000. First quarter, we're using the tape diagram. It's 400,000. And then the second quarter, this is why we use the tape diagram, class. It said 100,000, it said 101,000 less. So what you did, William, what you did was you looked at, once again, you just looked at the numbers and subtracted the numbers. That's not what again, this is why we use the tape diagram. The question is telling you that there's this much less than this number. It is saying it is this much less than this number. The tape diagram shows you this right here represents 100,000 less. That means, what's 100,000 less than 400,000?
300,000.
300,000.
Oh wait, we were supposed to add the totals?
Exactly.
How many downloads occurred during the first 2 quarters? Again, you keep, excuse me, we keep saying that this is easy. It's easy when we pay attention to the details of the question. Speed is not the answer here. Details, organization is key. What's always the answer? Speed?
No, organization.
Organization, details. Now you may use the vacuum. Do you understand the error?
Did you fix it on your paper, honey?
Did you fix it?
No, I need a pencil.
Did you fix it?
I'm fixing it. Yeah, so no one's going anywhere until you fix your...
Frank, did you get this answer? Sir, did you fix
She
this?
fixed it. Yeah, Frank, I don't know why that's all crumbled up, dude.
Thank you, sir. Pull out that treasure map and receive all this treasure.
Yes, if you don't have the tape diagrams in, please write in your tape diagrams. I walked around and I
You got-
barely saw any.
Again, the question said 351,875 people downloaded an app for their smartphones. During the second quarter, of the year, 101,949 fewer people downloaded. Fewer people. Again, that's why the tape diagram helps us. We need to write the tape diagram so we can see the answer. This is less. This right here represents fewer. Do you understand that, class?
Not that way. Yeah.
You
Sorry,
understand that?
wait, no. Sorry.
Do you understand this, sir? So this is how. So now when I'm trying to figure out the answer becomes 700,000. Digital friends. Did you hear me? Am I loud enough for you? My digital friends are frozen. That's because they're so cool. Did you get that? Nobody got that? Whatever. So Frank, did you get this? Huh, sir? No, they're frozen. So now, so now, class, I want you to use the tape diagram, and I want us to do, now we have to find the exact number, correct? Right? Okay. Whoever did not get this answer needs to be
Frank, how do you know you got the
engaged
answer?
in
You,
this.
or,
And
what?
I fixed it.
Alright, well, I want you to roll that up again. I asked you twice. Next time there's a consequence. That was twice.
Again, this gap, sir,
Yes.
are you doing this currently? We're answering part 2. Determine exactly how many downloads occurred during the first 2 quarters. Whoever did not get this answer, this is.
Frank can't do it. Why do you think you can? Unravel that.
I need those who did not get this answer. Again, did everyone get the correct answer for number 1? You got the correct answer. Who else got the correct answer? That means all of you did not get the correct answer, sir.
I didn't get the correct answer, but I fixed it.
Good.
But you fixed it. So now I want you to do this on this. This is just practice really quick, okay? I expect to see these answers.
You made a mistake.
Say again?
You made a mistake.
Did I?
Yes, you did. Two things.
Tell me where.
For the ones, well, either way it would be a mistake because you have to cross out the 5. And even if you didn't, that wouldn't equal 6, it would equal 4.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Class, is he correct?
Yes, I am correct. Maybe. I most definitely correct.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, I am correct. No,
So-
I equals 6. My vote is yes.
So, are you putting this down on paper, people?
Mine was 9. Mine was 5. Well, he didn't borrow. Wait, I was 6.
So, I need you to figure out the math. Put this on paper. Let me see what the correct answer is at the end. Thank you.
Well, you didn't borrow. You would have the correct answer if you borrowed. That's true.
Okay, let's see.
You can't do 5 minus 9. What is subtraction? Unless you want a negative, like.
Wait a minute, I'm getting a little confused. Can you start raising your hand, please? I can't follow along with so many people.
William, I need to see the answer at the end of this, okay?
Okay.
Since you're correcting my math, let's see what you come up with.
Frank, take that off of your head. That's the first time I have to speak to you so far today.
This is the exact number.
And I just erased like half of my paper for nothing. Oh my god, I got that too. I got that. Oh.
So moving forward, again class, this is why we use the tape diagram, okay? Do we understand?
Yes.
So for moving forward, once again, every time you guys are smart, but you refuse to use a strategy that's gonna help you achieve the answer. We must use the strategies that help us achieve the answers, okay?
Yeah.
When we build a building, we need certain tools. This is gonna help us, we use certain tools to achieve the goals we want. All right,
I should go look in the water bathroom now.
yes. I'm glad you stayed, I'm glad you learned something. All is well. Last one. The answer is what, class? Number 3.
Oh.
You got 7,000? 27,000? Did you get? You got 20,000?
I got 19,990 for number 3.
Yes.
I got 31,000. I should get 31,000.
Okay, the answer is 19,999.
Yes. What was it now?
Excuse me, raise your hands if you have a question.
You read the wrong number. Okay, so we're gonna go over this as well, okay? Understand? Digital friends, are we good? Are you hearing me? Is everyone okay? Okay. Okay. A local store was having a 2-week back-to-school sale. They started the sale with 36,390 notebooks. During the first week of the sale, 7,424 notebooks were sold. During the second week of the sale, 8,967 notebooks were sold. How many notebooks were left at the end of the 2 weeks? Is your answer reasonable? So, they said the sale started with 36,390 notebooks. The first week of the sale, let's go first week. First week of the sale, oh, look at that, William, I'm learning.
You are?
I'm learning.
Yay.
7,424 notebooks were sold. The second week, 8,967 books were sold. Now we have to find out how many books were left at the end of 2 weeks. So what is the process we do, class? This is
First we add, then subtract.
First we add and subtract. Again, we're subtracting the sum of these two numbers from this number.
Yeah.
Sir, looking up to heaven, do you understand?
Yeah.
So I want you to do this on your paper. Did you achieve the answer?
Actually, I was right. I got 19,999.
I'm glad you are celebrating your victory because I heard you. We all heard you. But for those who did not achieve this answer, do you understand the process? I want you to do the process, all right? Are you doing, excuse me, add these together and then subtract that from there, okay? Let's go. Those who did not achieve the answer, this is what you're doing right now. This is the practice that needs to be done. You have to read the question, read the details, use the cube strategy, if you like, which you should. This is how we know that we have to add these two together and subtract the sum of this from this number. Let's go. Why can't you?
I don't have the paper. Like, yeah, I can. I couldn't do it on my
You have a blank piece of paper in front of you, write on the back of that piece of paper.
Y'all keep it there. Right here, sweetheart. Here you go, buddy. There you go. No, don't do anything. This is school. This is nothing here. That stuff. This is very disrespectful and rude and annoying, to be quite honest. Very annoying.
And let me tell you, where there's a will, there's a way. When you want to do something,
I love that saying. Because I am will.
So will. So then where's the way? Because you know, if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, I think will goes away. Great job, Frank. I love that I see your pencil moving.
appreciate you. Are you doing this in the back? Did you achieve this answer?
I keep the answer.
On your own, did you achieve this answer?
Yeah.
So when I asked you, how come you didn't raise your hand?
I was playing on my phone.
Not cool.
Huh? Your phone.
So,
Oh, FaceTime.
these are the answers to the homework. And as you see, this is why we use the tape diagram. We get some answers correct, other times we don't. Tape diagram helps us. Moving forward, today we're doing some more.
Time do we stop?
When the cows come home.
No, we're not calling out. I'm taking away dojo points every time somebody calls out today. I just have to stop.
You have this paper with you. You have it, everyone can do this. Yes, we can. Remember this, remember that from a few years ago. Yes, we can.
No, we can't.
Whatever. A pair of hippos weighs 5,201 kilograms together. The female weighs 2,038 kilograms. How much more does the male weigh than the female? So, I want you guys to do this with me. I need to see pencils moving.
Online learners, this is on your Jamboard. Oh look, Miss Brown's in here. Awesome.
Beautiful thing. So, we know the hippos together weigh 5,201 pounds. Hippos together. Right, we're gonna let's write a T, hippos together. Oh, that's sloppy. Look, well, we're learning, I like to say that to you. Right. Hippos together with 5,201. The lady hippo, or the female hippo,
How nice.
weighs 2,038 kilograms less than the male. So, what do we have to do to discover the answer, class? What kind of problem is this? Go ahead, Mrs. SpongeBob. What do we have to do? We're trying to find the mystery of how much the male weighs. What do we have to do in this problem?
You have to add it together or subtract it?
It's either one.
Oh, round it.
We're rounding? Sir, this is what we're doing. We're trying to discover how much more the male weighs than the female. We have this information about the female. We know how much they weigh together. So the way we're going to discover the answer is by subtracting the total, the amount of the hippos together.
You just have to add those together and whatever.
We're not looking how much, we're not adding, we are subtracting. The reason we are subtracting is because we're trying to find how much the male weighs. So we know how much they weigh together, we know how much the female weighs. Correct? Are we following along, sir? Are we following along? So the only way we're going to discover the mystery of the weight of the male is in the difference between the female and the male to get the total of this number. Does this make sense, sir? So when we subtract quickly, class, we'll see if you do the math.
3,163.
Wait, hold on. Are we calling out? We're not calling out, right? We don't believe in that. So, how much more does the male weigh than the female? So we just figured out how much the male weighs, right? We figured how much the male weighs. But the question is asking us, how much more does the male weigh than the female?
Wait, hold on. Subtract.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
You can't take anything away from 0, so that's a wrong answer.
No.
Wow.
Oh my god.
This is what we do.
Wow.
When, excuse me,
Come on, man. I have a mathematician now.
so, what we do you remember the place value? Do you remember the chips in the place value chart? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
So, basically we have, this is in the ones place. In the tens place, what we end up doing is taking one chip and putting it back in the ones place, so it gives us a 10. Do you understand? This is how we're able to make this 1 into an 11. We borrowed from our neighbor. So then our neighbor, instead of being a 10, it becomes a 9. You understand, Frank?
You're mocking the principal?
Just for the video, we do your hood down. I know it's a little chilly in here.
Oh, Frank,
You
come
can
on.
put, I got it, all right? Thanks, hon.
Frank, it's similar to this. You can't take it from here. 11 plus 9 is what? 20.
Oh,
Right? 11 plus 9 is 20.
yeah.
So, if I'm minus 11 from, we know the answer becomes 9. The only way that happens is when we borrow from the 2, and again, this is the 10 in the tens place, we put the 10, the one chip over, like, do you remember this for the place value? Anyway, we take the 10, we put it here, and we take from this 10, and we make that.
This is 9?
So the answer becomes 9. Remember 11 plus 9 is 20? So that means 20 minus 11 equals 9. Does it make sense? Okay. So again, how much more weight does the male weigh than the female? So we discovered the amount of the male. What did you say, sir? What do we have to do? Now we have to subtract the amount of the male, the amount of the female from the male. Quickly, class, let's do this math together. We know how much the female weighs. Someone give me the answer. Do this, that should take you to the bathroom. Let's go. Do the subtraction. Excuse me? So what's the answer?
Yes, oh,
It's what?
huh? There's no way, no, he said.
He said nobody knows.
No,
He said no
the
way, no.
answer is no way, no. Yeah, the answer is no way, no.
You have the answer? I mean, don't tell me yet. Chris, you have the answer? Everybody, thumbs up if you get the answer. Sir,
God is watching, he knows when you're
take that off? You were just told to take that off?
Yeah, Frank, we can't have buddies in school. You need to follow directions the first time, buddy.
Are you doing this math, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the male, this is how much the male weighs, this is how much the female weighs.
Don't tell me yet.
How much does, I'm not gonna tell you, how much does the female, how much more does the male weigh than the female? When we try to discover the difference,
Is that a one?
difference is when we're looking for subtraction. When we're looking for together, that's when we add. Thumbs up when we get the answer, thumbs up,
Is that my way?
thumbs up. You don't have to put you got the answer?
No, but is that a one or is it a two? I can't tell.
This is a 2. This is we got the information from here. We got the information from here. You got the answer, miss? You got the answer, miss?
I mean, we subtracted.
We are looking for the difference. And
Oh,
excuse me, I'm the teacher. We are looking for the difference. When we look for the difference, is when we're doing subtraction. Okay? When we're searching for the mystery. Did you get the answer, sir?
I did.
What is the answer?
1,000. It's 1,000.
You don't know the answer, do you?
Sir.
I don't know how to say it. It's 1,100.
Excuse me. You have to know how to say it. We practice. This is what we do together. Okay? Go ahead. You're a champion. The champions try. Try to say it. Don't give up. Remember, when we get that comma, in that thousands place, we always say whatever number it is. 1,000, say the rest of the numbers. 1,063 is what you got? No, I don't need you to guess. Math is, there's no guessing in math. It is yes, this, or no, that. You got 1,063 is the answer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Speak with conviction.
Yes.
That is not the answer, sir. Thank you for trying. The answer, sir.
1,125.
Yes, you can go to the bathroom now because you tried. That's what I want.
No.
What did you get, sir?
1,145.
I got 1,120.
The answer is 1,125.
Why is it that?
1,000.
Digital friends, did we get that?
I was only 20 off.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. We're not calling out. It's
Okay.
not happening anymore.
So we had to practice. Let's go through some more problems together. And you guys, let's do this one with a partner. I'm learning. Okay,
What is that? We don't have that.
how do you know you don't have that? This is in your math book. This is in the problem set. We're going to the problem set. Digital friends, we're in our problem set, okay? Can someone give me some feedback? Yes. When he comes back. But in the meantime, turn to lesson 17 in your math book. And we're doing the first.
No, you're not ripping anything out anymore because everybody has their math workbooks. So you'll just take your math workbook home if you ever need it.
So you can go use the bathroom. Sit down, please. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, yeah, we ripped out Kira's
Oh, that's right.
copy. But now everybody has their books, so.
Finish my mystery first. I could finish my book.
Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Yes. What are you, how do you must be an aggressive writer. You see? Didn't you just show me your pencil? What's that you? What are you doing? Excuse me, sit down. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. I thought you were doing correct that. I need a zero. Excuse me, class. I need this to be a zero.
Class goes just like going away. I don't know why, I just don't understand this calling out.
It's guilty by association.
Exactly, cannot stop.
So, I need my mathematicians, to, we're gonna do,
What lesson are we on?
Lesson 17, problem set, please.
we're doing number 1.
Don't we have partners, you said?
Yeah, let's work with a partner really quick.
Really?
For number 1, I only want to hear discussions about math, nothing else. We're gonna help each other.
I don't have a partner.
You could be my one.
You and
I don't care. I think one. Spirit.
you
I'm
and
a demon.
you and
Alright, 2 minutes.
you three work together.
Oh
You two work together.
You're so
Oh, yeah.
You two, excuse me, you two work together. Excuse me, I only want to hear about math.
So, wait, what page are we on? I went to the bathroom.
That's what your partner's here to tell you.
What page?
I don't want to be. I'm not on 23.
We have 5 minutes.
Wait, 5 minutes? I can't even find the page. I don't have a
chat for your directions. Kaden is the only one who responded, so I know Kaden's on track.
Lesson 7 was the key.
Yes, problem set.
I'm just gonna pretend like nothing's gonna happen in about 1 minute. Nothing's happening in a minute.
Stop.
18,000.
Let's do the math. I'm not putting that so in those please.
Yeah, mine's.
Alright, so go ahead, online learners, you may work together because we have partners in class. Solve number 1. So you guys may unmute your microphones and work together. Okay, I'm solving number 1 on the lesson 17 problem set. Go ahead and talk to each other. Don't be shy.
I'd like to see also tape diagrams.
Take diagrams.
Yes, please include tape diagrams, 4th grade online friends.
And if you get the answer without the tape diagram, I still want a tape diagram.
Can I do it this way? Yeah.
I just said, if you get the answer without the tape diagram, I still want a tape diagram. Tape diagrams are our friends.
You'll get a tape diagram.
They save lives.
They do.
What?
Sorry, Dylan, we're not calling out. You have to stop.
What we're doing is. Yeah.
Stop. Stop.
Where are you?
I need you to be successful at math. I need you to try. There's nothing to discuss other than math. You guys are quiet, I get you concentrating on math. I want you to help each other figure out the answer.
Okay.
Work with your partner?
I talked to them, they know what they're doing, so I needed us.
Yes.
So just when the time's up, that we're up.
Yes.
So they can talk and not hear us all.
So Leo, were you part of our group too?
Isaac, you're on the roll today. Keep it up.
You want our group? Or you want our quiz? Is Mr. Conway still in our group?
Is YouTube, or,
Okay, so.
no, it's you three, I'm sorry, you three, you three. This is not socializing. Everybody needs to be moving their pencil. That's allowed, Yes. Are your partners good? Make sure your partners understand what's going on.
Pardon the interruption. We will be having a practice fire drill. Please exit the building now. Keep silently and keep social distancing protocols in place.
Sit down. Sit down. You don't panic and you don't talk. I'm taking my phone to take away 5 dojo points for anyone who talks because fire